What's up, guys? My name is Rob Epifania. I'm a USPSA Grandmaster. I'm the owner of Systematic Performance Concepts. In this video, I just wanted to share a little bit about my background and my story. So, a lot of you guys, people who have been supporting me for years, thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. You guys inspire me to continue to make content and help you guys out. Helping you, serving you guys is what's important to me. For those who are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for your time, and which is most valuable to you. Thank you for spending some time here, and hopefully you're able to get a lot out of this. My story goes back into high school. In high school, I was a high-level athlete. I played basketball into college, and in my working years, I transitioned over to playing volleyball. I'd always had a very addictive personality. I always say if I had done drugs, alcohol, or smoked, I'd probably be in a ditch somewhere, and that's the truth. In high school, I would train for 40 hours a week in basketball in the summers. And then I would play on multiple teams. I'd travel every weekend to tournaments. When I played volleyball, I was in the process of going up in terms of skill, in terms of rank, and I was playing men's volleyball at a high competitive level at the time in a very short time. So I always made progress pretty quickly. I was always an athlete. I always had a good amount of strength, a good amount of explosive power, able to jump high, agile, that kind of stuff. Now we get to 2010. 2010, I was riding my motorcycle. I got hit by a car. I was going through an intersection, 15-year-old, 17-year-old kid, waiting on the other side, started turning as I was going through, was going about 30 miles an hour. Lots of bad things happened from that. So just to give you a small list, I got a broken pelvis. My knees crushed the tank, hit me in the lower abdomen, broke my pelvis open. I stayed on the bike, knee dislocated, ripped my IT band along the side here, ripped my hamstring in the back, and had a lot of problems with that. So that was a long recovery. I almost died that night. I was bleeding internally, had people had to cinch me with bed sheets and a whole bunch of other stuff to stop the bleeding inside. Thank God I'm alive today. I'm able to walk pretty well and don't have any significant lasting effects except for this. So currently speaking, I have what's called drop foot. I can't lift my right foot from that accident, from the knee dislocation. If you guys see me, I have this kind of house arrest looking bracelet, looks like an ankle brace on my right leg. What that actually does is that hooks into my shoe via some hooks, and I literally like pumps. I ratchet the strings up so it holds my foot in a neutral position. I can push it down, I can't lift it up. So you'll see, if you haven't, most people don't notice this, but at this point, you watching some of my other videos, you'll start to see it. So again, I have a disability, and that was probably the best thing that could have happened to me at the time because I found shooting shortly after. Shooting wise, I built my own rifle in 2008. I'd shoot casually before that once every month or two because it was fun. However, after my injury, I wasn't allowed to walk for 3 months. I was out of work for 5 months, right? I was in therapy for about 7 or 8 months. And it took me about a year. This was September 2010. So it took me about a year before I was like at a reasonable level to start doing things again. 2011, I found defensive courses, rifle, pistol, shotgun. Gentleman named Chris Fry from Modern Defensive Training Systems. He currently runs Progressive Force Concepts in Vegas. Great mentor to me for many years. Thank you very much, Chris, for everything you've done. Found him, took a class, and my obsession happened again, right? My addictive personality, boom, I want to train all the time. I spoke to him about becoming an instructor the first day I saw him, and I took every class he offered for the next year and a half while in that process getting my instructor certifications so that I can become an official assistant of his. I became an assistant. I helped him out from 2012 until 2019 when he left for Las Vegas for Progressive Force Concepts. Great opportunity for him. In that time frame, I developed my ability to shoot reasonably well, and more so, I developed my ability to instruct. One of my gifts is being able to work with people, and naturally, I want to help people succeed. So that's very, very natural. It's one of my callings. So as I'm going through this, I continue to take training courses from other instructors. I think this is a smart thing to do. Even at myself as an instructor, I would highly recommend you train with other people as well. You don't know good training from bad or bad training from good until you've experienced both. Plus, people have different takes, and learning from 2 or 3 different trusted mentors is probably the best value for making you the best you can be. I train with people like Travis Haley from Haley Strategic. I train with Frank Proctor from Frank Proctor Shooting. I train with Tactical Performance Center, Ron Avery. Um, I had a lot of opportunities to train with people. And at this time, I was heavily into concealment. Concealed carry training was my thing. Learning how to shoot fast and accurate from the holster, that was my thing in the beginning. And I was very quick from the draw, very quick when it came to reloads, so on and so forth from concealed carry. I actually passed Tactical Performance Center's level 2 qualification with from concealed carry. So concealed carry is my thing. As I started to train with these people, they started to lean me in the direction of competing. Now, shooting and competition shooting was something that I didn't have to be the most athletic for with my issue, but I could still perform at a high level. 2018, two things happened. I created my own company, Systematic Performance Concepts, which is what you see here today. And I started competing in the spring of that year. Once I started competing, my high school, college, athletic, working year athletics started to come back, and the obsession became even worse. So I started training with a lot of different people. I trained with a lot of competitive shooters. Robert Vogel was the first of them, Ben Stager, um, JJ Rakaza, Mason Lane, bunch of different high level shooters. Steve Anderson, high level shooters and instructors. All with the intention of, for one, becoming the best that I possibly can be, and two, becoming the best I can be so I can help you guys become the best that you can be. So 2018, right? Start off in B class in USPSA. That was my initial classification. Couple years later, 2021, end of 2021, I finally became a Grandmaster in the production division. I shot production because my state is a restricted state and 10 rounds was the limit. And at that time, production was still reasonably competitive and popular. So that's what I did. 2020, took top 25 at nationals. 2021, took 18th at nationals. 2022 at limited 10, I took 12th. I took 29th that same year. Within that time frame, I got sponsored by a bunch of people: Shooters Global, Henning Group, TXC Holsters, GX Products, EAA, Atlas. Thankfully, a lot of people have been influential in investing into me. I'm very appreciative of that for everybody that has taken the time to do that for me. Thank you guys so much. Currently speaking, I'm sponsored by European American Armory, EAAcorp.com. I'm running their 2011s, and I'm running their 2011s in the limited optics division, and that is where I'm going to be for the foreseeable future. I went through a period where I started shifting around guns and platforms too much, and that caused more problems than it solved. So I'm committing to one thing, just like I did in the beginning: run production division. Now it's limited optics for the foreseeable future. Other things about me, right? Married to the best woman I know. Awesome dog. His name is Gunner too. Best dog, best wife. Couldn't be more thankful. Very much a faith-oriented person. So I believe God has put me on this path to succeed, and it's my duty to follow this path to try to help you guys and reach out to more and more people. You will never bother me if you have a question. Always feel free to ask questions as you'd like, because I'm here to help you as best I can. And honestly, I love having the opportunity to help and teach and answer questions and all that stuff. Interaction is fun for me. The attention is not so much, but this is what it has to be in order for me to reach out to more and more of you guys. So that's a little bit about me. If you want to, feel free to share something about yourself anytime. If you guys want to reach out to me anytime, you have any questions, comments, feel free to put them down below, and feel free to reach out to me, rob.epifania@gmail.com. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You guys have the best day.